see a lot of guys now, they come to me and, you know, they're like, you know, oh yeah, I like the real estate. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure you do. But you know what? You see your liquidity? It's not suitable for you.
It's tied up.
You're already done. You're done.
Yeah.
You don't have that earning potential. You know, some guys are working, but like a lot of guys, their liquidity is constrained. So they don't have that. It's when your window, when you first come in the league, you're making so much money. You get the lending. No one's ever going to question you about the lending. They're going to give you the lending for sure to build it, and you can chip away at those buckets. But you also want to have the market diversity also.
Of course.
You know, the diversification. But
man, see, if they just had that, if they have someone, I mean, that's like, so the clients that should be reaching out to you are the younger people, the younger generation that are just getting in, they're just starting to get paid.
Yes.
They need to have someone like you to be there. Say, like, listen, you have a huge amount of money. You can live super comfortably and have a great time and party and do whatever it is, but you need to take buckets of this now and set it aside.
Yep. Get it going in the market. Get some real estate. Get the whole portfolio going.
You buy the dip?
Yeah, I always buy the dip. Yeah, I picked up a couple things. You know, hopefully it was the end of the dip.
I always have a thing where it's like be greedy when others are fearful, and be fearful when others are greedy. 100%, I try to be like a Warren Buffett.
And also like, you know, like I was like at a couple stocks. I was like, okay, this is you can't be greedy. You know, like the return was holding it for so long. I was like, do I want to see this go back down significantly, or should I just sell this thing, you know, after watching the roller coaster a few times? And like, you're like, it was just, you know, at 120, now it's at 95. Why didn't I just sell this? I've had it since it was 10. You know what I'm saying? Positions like that, you think that you have that euphoria, you think it's going to go and go and go. Sometimes you just got to, you know, pull the trigger and lock it in. But yeah, it's, but the thing is too, with these players is like, they're fearful too of like financial advisors, because, you know, they think they've been taken advantage of, and they're told their whole lives, you know, there's hawks. So there is a barrier to that, and you have to like earn the trust and build the relationship. But like, I lived it. I know what the transition's like. I've had to work jobs that I was miserable in because, you know, I needed to get the steady income coming again. Yeah. Retired for 5 years doing nothing. It's a slow bleed on your liquidity, you know. So you get back in the workforce, you start doing something that you don't necessarily love because you want to, you know, start building something back up again. And then I came into this financial advising job, and I thought it was just what I've been meant to do, is to help these kids. But it's hard to get them to listen. Because they don't think it's ever going to end.
And plus they look at the fee too, and it's like, well, why should I have to pay this where I could, you know, and it's like you won't even notice it's gone. You know what I mean? Like, pay someone to make sure that you're safe.
Yep.
Do they have, I guess, I know that are there certified financial planners? I forget how, like, what the lingo is, but there's something in there where like it's become like a fiduciary or something.
Yeah, we're a fiduciary. Yeah. You know, I got my Series 7, Series 66 fiduciary, registered investment advisor, representative. You know, fiduciary, always putting the client in our best interest. Yeah. You know, we're true 1% assets under management. We don't put our clients in funds where there's, you know,
crazy numbers. Crazy fees on top of fees.
Yeah, fees on top of fees. That's our strategy. We control cost, taxes, and risk. You know, like if I put you in fund A and fund B, they don't know you. They don't know your strat. They don't know your situation. And they're certainly not talking to each other. You know, are you taking on more risk than you need to be taking on? Are you taking on more costs? Is it tax efficient? So those are kind of like how we just operate really efficiently, and it's done well.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man.
I love it.
So what's the future look like? Are you going to have your kids go to the NHL, or are they gonna? What are you going to do?
I'm just trying to keep them out of jail.
Seriously, just get them. All I want to do is like just aim them in the right direction and shoot them shoot that arrow in the right direction.
It's all you can do. You know, just I love the hockey. I think there's so many positive attributes. I just know my body's absolutely destroyed. I've been hit in the head 1 million times. Like, I don't love that part about it, but you know, I know that there's a lot of value in playing a team sport like that. The discipline, sacrifice, all the things that we talked about. But you know, wherever they go, they go.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to try to guide them in the right direction. I just want them to be great people. I want them to have the right attitude. I want them to be leaders. I want them to, you know, lift people up, help make people feel good around them. Do you think I don't know if that's gonna at this point.
Yeah, but listen, you're instilling those values. Like, that's something like I'm instilling with my kids.